President Trump is calling his bluff, like so many of his bluffs. Here was President Trump last night at his rally in Florida.
I'm also officially challenging Cricket Joe to an 18-hole golf match right here. On Doral Blue Monster. I will even give Joe Biden 10 strokes aside. 10 strokes, that's a lot. That means 20 strokes in case you don't play golf. And if he wins, I will give the charity of his choice, any charity that he wants, $1 million.
$1 million. Now, despite President Trump taking up the offer that Joe Biden put out there at the debate and spotting Biden 20 strokes in 18 holes, Biden is now declining the offer. His campaign saying Joe Biden doesn't have time for Donald Trump's weird antics, only for his own weird antics. And Foldy, the offer was put out there by Joe, and he's got a 6 handicap, which is ridiculously false, and everybody knows it. And now President Trump has said, okay, let's play. And $1 million to your favorite charity. It could be Hamas.
Right.
It could be Hunter Biden or his crack dealer. Right. It could be anyone. It's $1 million.
$2 million in back alimony he still owes.
Yeah, to maybe the granddaughter that they don't acknowledge.
Yeah, full disclosure, I'm more of a mini golfer than a regular golfer. But I think the reality is obviously Biden forgot that he made this offer during the debate. I thought his statement that he didn't read, obviously, in response was fun. It was funny. It had a lot of golf puns in it. But obviously Biden doesn't remember much from the debate. If I were him, I also wouldn't want to remember much from the debate. I mean, does anyone really think? I think like Donald Trump could beat most people in golf. I understand why.
I think he can meet most people because it's been reported that he has cheated at golf, and so
it's been reported. I can't believe.
I think Rick Riley,
reporters reported that he cheats at golf.
The golf journalist,
but I do
who
think,
who wrote a whole book,
yes.
And also I think. In terms of charity, his $1 million. Well, I haven't seen him on the golf score, so I can't fully verify that. But he has offered to give money to charities, and then I think it was David Fahrenthold from the Washington Post called those charities up, and they did not get the money. So I think Biden's charity.
I don't think that's why Biden isn't doing it.
Yeah, that's probably got very little to do with it. He could get the $1 million, and he could hold them.
Better to go to charities instead of lawyers, right?
Well, yeah, sure.
That's always true.
Yeah, honestly, well, Joe Biden will get a little taste of that soon enough, I think, but and the entire Biden family. But this is Joe Biden. He made the offer. Let's have a golf off, and now it's just antics, hijinks.
The irony about him bringing that up and it being probably the most vibrant section of his debate performance is that it probably got just enough under Trump's skin that he's just been working on his golf game for the last 2 weeks, right?
Letting
Biden melt down. And he's like, why would I have to change anything when this is the entire story? So he could just work on his golf, and we know he's been playing. Golf would actually be such an effective way of Biden showing that he's not totally, a bowl of rotting cottage cheese. When you look at the newest YouGov CBS poll, 56% of all voters say Biden should withdraw, including 49% of black voters, 56% of Hispanics, 50% of all liberals, and 56% of all households making under $50,000. Because it's beyond the point of, do I approve of prices increasing 20% since Biden took office, or do I approve of Hamas and the open border? It's about he's not alive.
Well, the most famous cheater out of the White House in a long time, I think, is Bill Clinton. He cheats not just on his wife, but at golf everywhere you go.
And on tax deductions.
So Joe Biden has an offer here on the table, and he's not accepting $1 million for his favorite charity.
Well, good on Joe Biden for being smart and not offering himself up as bait for President Trump to absolutely demolish him again publicly. I mean, that debate was really wonderful for me to watch as somebody who worked for President Trump, someone who's a surrogate for him and hopes to work for him again in the next term. But Joe Biden is really struggling right now. And so, of course, this is a fun golf game for the boys to play. But I think maybe he's scared of a little competition because the Democrats are the ones pushing that everybody gets a trophy, not a whole lot of winners and actual losers here. And Joe Biden is the clear loser. He was on debate night, and he will be in November.
It was just so odd to watch these guys talk about their golf games when there's a lot of other issues that are much more.
So
all of the issues that Joe Biden.
Golf is not a sport. Golf is not a sport. It's a fake sport.
It is. It should be on network TV to be the most watched golf tournament in the history of the world.